Okay, good morning students. So today's class we are going to study number system chapter 2. Chapter 2 number system. So today we are going to study hexadecimal to binary conversion, octal to binary conversion. Hexadecimal to binary conversion, hexadecimal to binary conversion, hexadecimal to binary, then octal to binary conversion. Octal to binary conversion. Octal to binary conversion. Then binary representation for signed magnitude number. Binary representation for signed magnitude number. Signed magnitude number, then 1's complement, 2's complement representation, then 1's complement, then 2's complement. So these sessions, these topics we are going to study today. Hexadecimal to binary conversion, octal to binary conversion, binary representation for signed magnitude number, then 1's complement and 2's complement. So shall we study this hexadecimal to binary system now? Hexadecimal to binary system. Hexa to binary. So before studying this concept, we should know about what is hexadecimal number, what is decimal, what is binary, and what is decimal numbers. You see octal numbers. First, this is decimal number. Decimal, it's equivalent to binary. Octal number. Octal, this is hexadecimal number. By decimal 0. Its equivalent to binary number is 0, octal number 0, hexadecimal is 0, decimal 1, binary value equal to 1, octal value 1, hexadecimal 1, decimal value 2, binary equivalent to 1 0. See how this is. See 2, you divide it by 2. You will get 1, remainder is 0. So I have written this number here. 3. What is its equivalent to binary number? 1 1. How? Look at this example. 3 divided by 2. You will get 1, remainder 1. You will get 1, remainder 1. So I have written 1 1. Then 4. Same thing. 4 divided by 2. You will get 2, remainder 0, then again divide 2 by 2, you will get 1, 0, write the answer from top to bottom to top, you will get 1, 0, 0. Thus, you can write the following numbers, 5, 1, 0, 1. So, if you divide 5 by using this method, you will get 1, 0, 1, 6, you will get 1, 1, 0, 7, you will get 1, 1, 1, 8, you will get 1 0 0 0. 9, you will get 1 0 0 1. 10, you will get 1 0 1 0. This is called non-leading zeros. You make it 4-bit number, you will get 4 digits. So by adding 0 in front of the number, you will get a 4-digit number. That is called non-leading zeros. So these zeros are called non-leading zeros. So octal numbers up to 7. The base value of the octal number is 8. The values from 0 to 7 only permitted. So we can write the number up to this 1 0, 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 1. So up to this value is allowed. So how many digits are here? 3 digits up to 7. Hexadecimal number 10 up to 15. 10 11 100 101 110 10 111 1000 up to 1111. So this is F. This is F. We have already studied. The values of the hexadecimal number starts from 0 to 9, and the remaining numbers from 10 to 15 are written as A, B, C, D, E, F. So 15 is written as 111. You see, you divide 15 by 2, you will get the number. It's actually 4-digit number. You add 0 in front of the number. So these zeros are called non-leading zeros. These zeros are called non-leading zeros. These zeros are called non-leading zeros. You just divide 15 by 2, you will get 7, the remainder 1. Again you divide by 2, you will get 3, remainder 1. You divide 3 by 2, 2 remain 1, remainder 1. 1, remainder 1. So you will get the answer 1 1 1. If you divide 15 by 2 again and again, finally you will get the answer this 1 1 1 and 1. See, decimal number, binary, octal and hexadecimal number. So can you understand how the numbers have been converted into other formats? It's very simple. You see, if you take 4, if you divide 4 by 2 continuously, you will get the answer 100. So if you take the number 8, if you divide the number 8 by 2 continuously, you will get the answer 1000. So this is very important. Before studying this concept, it should be understood. And for more detail, refer your textbook. So this session, we are going to convert the given hexadecimal number into binary number. You see, hexadecimal number to binary. So the given hexadecimal number is A, B, E, 5, 6. It's base 16. It's what is the equivalent binary number? It's very simple. You write its equivalent binary digit. I have already told you what is its equivalent. A, it's 10. 10. What is its equivalent binary number? It is a 10. Its equivalent binary number is 1010. Listen. Here actually I told you A is equal to 10. So you divide it by 2, you will get the answer 5. Remainder is 0. Again you divide 5 by 2, you will get 2, remainder 1. Now you divide it by 2, you will get the answer 1, remainder 0. 1 0 1 0. You see, I have directly written its equivalent number 1 0 1 0. B means what? B is 11. So if you continuously divide this number B by 2, you will get the answer 1 0 1 1. Look at this example 11. You divide it by 2, you will get the answer 5. Remainder 1. Again you divide 5 by 2, you will get 2, remainder 1. Now you divide it by 2, you will get the answer 1 0. So 1 0 1 1. Now E, what is its equivalent number? It's a 10, 11, C 12, 13, 14. 14 actually, this is 14. E means 14. You divide this number by 2, you will get the answer 7, remainder 0. Again divide 7 by 2, you will get 3, remainder 1. Now 2, you will get the answer 1, remainder 1. So what is the answer? 1 1 1 1 0. 1 1 1 0. So 5 equivalent. What is 5 equivalent? 1 0 1. So add 0 in front of 1. Now what is the equivalent number of 6? 1 1 0. You add 0 in front of the number to make it a 4-bit number. So what is the equivalent of hexadecimal number into binary number? So for A 1010, B 1011. So my question is, why we have written these numbers into 4-digit form? Why? Because the last digit of the hexadecimal number is 15. So the maximum digit we will use 1111. That is 4-digit number. So we have written these numbers into 4-digit number 1010. This is 1011. It's the equivalent number. This is equivalent number 101. But we have added 0 in front of the number because it is non-leading 0. See, 6110, it's the equivalent number. So we have added 0 in front of that number to make it a 4-bit number. Understood? Okay. See, what is the equivalent hexadecimal into binary number? This is equivalent hexadecimal number. Now, I am going to give small homework. You try this hexadecimal to binary A6. Second exercise BE. BE. Next one 9 B C 8. Third example B C 9. A6 BE 9 B C 8 B C 9. This is first homework, second one, third one and fourth one. So now go for the next topic, that is octal to binary conversion. Octal to binary. Octal to binary conversion. Octal number base is 8. Maximum 3-digit value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So its starting value 0, 0, 0. Last value 1, 1, 1. Its equivalent value. So we will make the octal number into 3-digit number. Look at this example. Convert the given octal number into binary form 7, 6, 3. It's It's an octal number. What is its equivalent binary number? It's very simple. You just write its equivalent binary number. Then you can get its equivalent binary number. You see 7. What is its equivalent binary number? Its equivalent binary number 1 1 1. 6. Its equivalent number 1 1 0. 3. Its equivalent binary number 1 1. So it should be in the 3-digit form. So add 0 in front of the number 1 1. So how I have written this? So what is the equivalent binary number of 763? 763 to the base 8 is equal to 111 110 011. See, here we have written each digit into 3-digit form. Why? Up to 7. Maximum value of 7 is 3-digit. So we have written each number into 3-digit. If it is of hexadecimal number, how many digits we have written? We have written into 4-digit, because maximum 4 bits we will use. 15F. Its equivalent value 1111. Okay. I think you understood this. So I need not to repeat this again. Okay. For example, 7. Its equivalent binary number is 111. Why? How? See, 7 is divided by 2. You will get the answer 3. Remainder 1. Again you divide 3 by 2, you will get 1 1. So you write 1 1 1. I have written this number here. Okay. The next page. Small homework. Convert the following into binary form. Homework. Convert the following octal number into binary form. Binary number 4 7 6 5 3 4 2 3 5 1 6 7. Okay, this is your homework. The next part, binary representation of signed numbers. Binary representation of binary representation for signed numbers. Signed numbers. The computers can handle both positive and negative numbers. The simplest method to represent negative binary number is called signed magnitude. In signed magnitude method, the leftmost bit is the most significant bit, is called MSB, and is called a sign bit or parity bit. These numbers are represented in computers in different ways. The first one is, okay, so in this session, why we are going to study about the binary representation of signed magnitude number. So of course, if it is a positive number, you can directly store this value. If it is of negative number, we cannot store this value directly into the computer system. So we should specify the sign. We should specify the sign of the number. So in the most bit, the leftmost bit here is called sign bit. For example, so you take this example. For example, 1 0 1 0. So in this number, here if it is equal to 10, that is, this is 10. If it is a positive number, 0 specifies positive. 1 it says specifies negative value. 1 specifies negative. If it is a positive value, here you can add one more bit. Here if you put 0, this number specifies it is positive 10. Suppose if the number is negative, if it is negative 10, you should specify here 1, then these numbers should be complemented. So in the following session, we are going to study about the complement of this number, 1's complement and 2's complement. So now, this is called the most significant bit, MSB. What's the use of this bit? It is used to specify the sign of the number. The MSB, this is called the MSB, this is most significant bit, and this bit is used to specify the positive or negative sign of the number, and also this is called the parity bit checking. We will study about the parity bit in the next chapters. Okay, look at this example. Look at this example. The value of the whole numbers can be determined by the sign used before it. If the number has positive sign or no sign, it will be considered as positive. For example, if the number 10, if there is no sign in front of the number, this is considered to be a positive. Then, if the number has negative sign, it will be considered as negative. For example, plus 45, plus 43 or 43 is a positive number, minus 43 is a negative number. Is a negative number. Okay, in signed binary representation, the leftmost bit is considered as sign bit. If bit is 0, for example, the leftmost bit is 0, I have already told you it is positive. If the leftmost bit is 1, then it is called negative. It is called a negative sign. So this bit is called a most significant bit, MSB. It is a positive number, and if it is 1, it is a negative number. Therefore, a signed binary number has 8 bits. Only 7 bits used for storing values. So actually, the signed binary number has 8 bits. Signed binary number has 8 bits. So in the 8 bits, 7 bits are used. 7 bits are used to store value. 1 bit is used to store or to put the sign of the number. Sign of the number. Okay, look at this example. Plus 43. Now, and plus 43 is represented in memory as follows. Plus 43 is represented in memory as follows. So I have already told you. So we will use 8 bits, 7 bits used for storing values, and 1 bit for sign. So if this is, you see, 8 bit number, 8 bit. So it's the equivalent to binary number. One zero 11 is the equivalent of binary. You want nothing. You just divide this 43 by 2. You will get this answer. So here this bit is empty. So you make it 0. Actually, I have told you the 7 bits are used to store the values, and this bit is used to store the sign of the number. So what is the sign? Here the sign is plus. So make it 0. The 0 indicates what? 0 indicates the sign of the number. It's a sign bit. It is a sign bit. MSB. It's a sign bit. This is most significant bit. This bit is also called as MSB. This bit is also called as MSB. That means most significant bit. Okay, the signed magnitude number should be in 8-digit form. Again I repeat you, the signed magnitude number should be in 8-digit form. The first is the 7 digits are used for storing values, and the leftmost bit here, this bit, is used to store the sign of the number. If the number sign is positive, 0 is used. If the number sign is negative, 1 is used. This is called the sign bit or MSB, most significant bit. Okay. If it is of minus 43, if it is of minus 43, how will you represent this digit? I have already told you, for the sign magnitude number, we will use 8 digits. So we will use 8 digit. So in the signed magnitude number, look at this: 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is called LSB, least significant bit, and this is called MSB, most significant bit, MSB, or this is called a sign bit, negative number. Okay, you see. So if it is of a negative number, we cannot directly store this value into this binary digits. So here this one specifies the sign bit, but the remaining digits should be converted into ones or twos complement form. Then only we can store this value into computer's memory. We cannot directly store this value into computer's memory if it is of negative number. Again I am repeating, if it is of negative number, we cannot directly store its equivalent binary number into computer's memory. It should be converted into what? Twos complement form. Then only you can store this value into computer's memory. This is called the MSB, most significant bit. This is called the LSB, least significant bit. Okay, now let us see how to convert the given number into ones complement form. The steps are, this is an easier approach to represent signed numbers. This is for negative numbers only. For the whole MSB is 1. The following steps are used. First step, convert the given decimal number into binary form. The first step, convert the given decimal number into binary number. The second step, check if the binary number contains 8 bits. Check if the binary number contains 8 bits. 8 bit. Third, if less, add 0 at the leftmost bit to make it as 8 bits. Then step 3, convert all bits. Change 1 as 0 and 0 as 1. Then change 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. Then the fourth step, then add. So ones complement number, look at this. How to convert the given number into ones complement number? Look at this example. Minus 24. Example. Minus 24. It's equivalent to binary number 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 5. So it should be in 8-digit number, but we have only 5 digits. So add 3 0 in front of the number. 0, 0, 0. Now you make it as one complement number. It's very simple. You convert all zeros into ones and ones into zeros, we will get ones complement number. You just convert all these numbers into ones complement number. 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 1. So as per the rule, first convert the given decimal number into binary form. If you convert the given number 24 into binary number, you will get the answer 11000. Okay, then make it as 8-bit number. Check whether it is of 8-bit number or not. Okay, I have checked only 5 digits are here. So now I am going to add 3 zeros in front of the number. So second step is over. What's the third step? You convert all zeros into ones and 1 into 0. Now you will get the answer, the 0, 0, 0, 0. It will become 1, 1, 1. Then 1, 1 becomes 0. Then 000 becomes 111. So this is the answer. Now the final one is 2's complement notation. 2's complement notation, the same rule will be added. 2's complement, 2's complement, 2's complement number. 2's complement is also very simple. The same rule will be followed. So what is that? First one, the previous rules are also followed in the 2's complement. This is very simple. You convert that given number, for example 24 minus 24 into 24. Convert this number 24 into binary number first. Binary. Then make all zeros to 1 and 1 to 0. Then the third step, add 1 in the least significant bit, LSB. Okay, look at this example 24. First, this is the decimal number 24. It's convert this decimal number into binary form. So repeated division, we will get the answer 12, remainder 0. Now again you divide this number by 2, you will get 6, remainder 0. Then 2, you will get 3, remainder 0. Again you divide the number 3 by 2, you will get 1 1. So write the number from bottom to top, you will get the answer 1 1 0 0 0. So as per the rule, this digit should be converted into 8-digit number. So in front of the number, I am going to add 3 zeros. I am going to add 3 zeros. So now I have converted this given number into binary form. What is my next step? My next step is I am going to convert all the numbers, that is zeros into 1 and ones into 0. See, 1 1 1 0 0, again 1 1 1. So I got what? One's complement. One's complement number. So I got one's complement number. So if you want to convert the one's complement number into 2's complement, so add 1 in the least significant bit. So here add 1. Add 1 in the least significant bit. You will get 2's complement number. You just add 1 1 1 1. If you add 1 plus 1, 2. You should not write 2 here. 0. The remainder is 1. In the next session, we will study about this binary addition. Okay, you just listen this topic. The next session, you will study about binary addition. You just 1 1. Add 0. Remainder is 1. Again add 1 1. You will get 0. The remainder is 1. Again add 1 1. The remainder is 0. You will get 1. 1 plus 0. You will get 1. Then 0 1 1 1. So finally we got the 2's complement number. 2's complement number. So finally we got the answer. So your homework, write the ones complement number and the twos complement number of the following decimal number. Right? Homework. Write ones complement and twos complement of the given number twos complement of the given number 22 minus 13 minus 65 minus 46. So these are all the homework given to you. I hope you are all well understood this chapter, and next session, in the next class, we will discuss the answers. So once again I remind you, today we have studied the number system concepts, hexadecimal to binary conversion, octal to binary conversion, data representation, the magnitude of numbers, ones complement and twos complement, and conversion rules. We have studied this class. The next